The Little Mermaid. At the bottom of the sea lived the Sea King and his family in the palace. The Sea King had 6 daughters who were mermaid princesses. The youngest was the most beautiful one, and she was good at singing. The Little Mermaid liked the human stories her grandmother told her, but she was not allowed to see the human world until she was 15. On her 15th birthday, the Little Mermaid rose up to the surface of the sea. There was a large ship floating on the peaceful sea. She was very excited when she saw a handsome prince on the ship. The Little Mermaid was deeply attracted by his gentle smile. At night, a sudden storm turned over the ship. Many people fell into the sea, including the prince. The Little Mermaid swam over to the prince, took him by his head, and brought him to the shore. She was unconscious. The Little Mermaid kissed his forehead and then hid behind the rock, waiting for someone to save him. At last, a young girl came by. Just then, the prince came to life. Thinking the girl had saved his life, the prince thanked her. The Little Mermaid saw the prince being lifted back to the palace. She wanted to tell the prince the truth, but she couldn't. From then on, the Little Mermaid always swam near the palace and at night to see the prince. She longed to become a human being so that she could stay with the prince. One night, the Little Mermaid went to see the witch. She begged her for legs. "You'll have to give up your voice," the witch said. The Little Mermaid agreed. The witch gave her dwarf. "Take this and you will get legs," she said. "But walking on feet will be extremely painful for you. What's more, you can never return to the sea. And if the prince falls in love with another girl, you'll become foam in the sea on the next morning after the wedding." The Little Mermaid left for the shore without saying goodbye to her family. After taking the draught on the shore, she fainted in the great pain. When she woke up, the prince was standing before her. He asked the Little Mermaid who she was and where she came from, but she couldn't speak. The prince took the Little Mermaid to the palace and let her stay with him. The Little Mermaid couldn't sing, but she could dance. Although every step caused her harsh pain, she insisted on dancing for the prince as long as she was happy. The prince only regarded her as a good friend. He said he loved the girl who had saved him. The Little Mermaid couldn't tell him it was her who saved him, but she dreamed one day the prince would find out the truth. She missed her family so much. She was not allowed to go back to the sea, but she didn't feel regretted. One day, the prince visited a neighboring country with the Little Mermaid and his attendants. At dinner, the prince saw the country princess. My God, she is the girl who saved me, he told Little Mermaid excitedly. I will marry her. The Little Mermaid was heartbroken. She kissed the prince's hands and knew that she would soon turn into the fool. Soon the prince and the princess got married. On the deck of the ship, the Little Mermaid danced for them. She had never danced so elegantly before, and all the guests cheered her. The pain in her feet was so harsh. It was like dancing on a sharp knife, but her heart was much more painful than her feet. It was the last night of her life. The prince paid no attention to her. He enjoyed his time with the beautiful bride. At night, the Little Mermaid's sister came. They had given their hair to the witch in exchange for a sharp knife. If the Little Mermaid plunged into the heart of the prince before sunrise, she would be turned back into a mermaid and return to the sea. The Little Mermaid didn't want to hurt the prince, but her sister insisted on giving her knife to her. The sun was about to rise. The Little Mermaid entered the prince's bedroom. She saw the sleeping prince lying with his bride. It was her last chance, but she could not bear to kill the prince. She kissed his forehead and threw the knife away. The Little Mermaid walked out of the bedroom and jumped into the sea. When the prince and his bride woke up, they couldn't find the Little Mermaid. They felt very upset. The Little Mermaid felt as if she had become a cloud and was gradually rising up. Where am I going? She asked. You are becoming a cloud and flying to the sky. Some beautiful voices answered. From now on, you will have a happy life. And then the Little Mermaid raised her arms, and happily flew to the sky.